Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode. I'm Jack Bigadou, also known as the Hood Sommelier. And if you're here today, thank you for following. Thank you for being part of the journey. Today, we are talking about something special. We go into Kentucky to one of the newest modern, I would say, honestly, industry breaking distilleries out of Bardstown, Kentucky. Is a Bardstown Bourbon Company. And this distillery is making so amazing strive and changing totally the game. When we think of source whiskey, most people think of MGP, but Barstown Bourbon Company is changing that by making Kentucky now one of the leading people in the source whiskey. A lot of brands are coming out of Barstown Bourbon Company. They're sourcing, contract distilling, and doing all they can to help all these new brands that do not want to do the whole starting a new distillery thing. But themselves, they have such an amazing team that they release. So there is two things that come as Barstown Bourbon Company usually is their discovery and their other special editions that they release, either collaboration with other distilleries around. This is their 10th release of their discovery, and every discovery have been different. You have always been a blend of something they've sourced themselves, as their own juice is becoming much more, much more known and getting older and more mature blend. So this discovery blend that we have here is 62%. Sorry, I'm reading here. 62% Kentucky, 18% another Kentucky whiskey, 8% Kentucky, but 2% um 2% Tennessee and 10% Georgia. I'm sorry. I thought it was Indiana. No, it's Georgia. So it's Georgia, Tennessee, and Kentucky to actually make this blend that we have. I don't know where in Georgia they're making whiskey, but apparently it is here. So from if I took a time to read, I would have known that that's the blend. So it looks like there's a 9-year-old Kentucky whiskey, a 13-year-old Kentucky whiskey, an 8-year-old Kentucky whiskey, and then a 10-year-old Tennessee whiskey and a 10-year-old Georgia whiskey. So this is a serious mix and blend. The whole thing is coming into 114.24 proof, which is 57.12% alcohol per volume. So we know a lot about it. We know it's a blend. Let's see how it tastes. The nose, the nose has a lot of sweetness. The nose remind me of those cherry. I don't know if you ever been to a fondue. If you ever go to a fondue place, those candy toffee like chocolate, like sometimes it's cheese, sometimes it's chocolate, but those fondue places where you can put your fruit in and then you put the chocolate around it and you eat it. That's what the nose remind me of. Is that chocolatey. It's not spicy on the nose at all. It's very sweet. It's very a little savory on the nose. All right, let's try it. Mm. Ooh, okay. I can taste that Tennessee. Okay, this is very interesting. That finish. Ooh, it hits you later on. It hits you later on. All right. Second sip, just to be sure. Mm, Mm. Now, here's what I will say. I'm a fan of the mid and the finish. That beginning there, I tasted something a little bit like something a little licoricey, which you expect more of the sweetness. But I was right about that. Those caramel, burnt caramel, brown sugar notes, because mid palate, you get nice sweetness, some of those cherry notes, some oakiness going on there, a little, a little leather on the top, but the finish is warm. It's like hugging somebody you love. It's just those nice, beautiful notes that just hold you tight. Is like undescribable, almost like you feeling it. It keep going. It keep the finish keeps going. It doesn't stop at all. Just keep going. I love the finish on this. I really love. So I mean, thinking about it. If they had to put an age on it, even though most of it is between 13 and 10-year old, we had to go with the youngest whiskey. If this was a 6-year-old whiskey tastes like, I want all of it, right? Discovery 10, Boston Bourbon Company, just got released about 3 weeks ago. Is out on the market. I think MSRP on these, it really varies, but you can usually find it close to $100. I love the flavor journey that is happening here. The front is like meeting someone for the first time. The mid is like getting acquainted with the person, and the finish is like knowing that person. Like, did we just become best friend? That's what the mid tastes like. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a whiskey to look forward to on the market. I love this blend. I like what it tastes like. I would say on the Truth is Better proof, we have two rules. How does the whiskey make us feel? And what will we pair it with? What will I pair this whiskey with? This is a steak dinner, 100%. Give me potato, give me steak, and I'll pair this with this whiskey. How does he make me feel? He makes me feel like a healthy relationship. That's how it makes me feel. Being in a healthy relationship with someone is just it is certain. It is it is good. It is steady, and there's nothing too out of the ordinary or surprising here. So let me know in a comment if this is something you pick up or something you believe that is going to be a good whiskey for you to pick up. Again, I'm Jack Bigadoo, also known as the Hood Sommelier. This was my review of the Discovery 10 of the Barstown Bourbon Company release. Till next time, cheers.